Truth, the truth.
Good morning, everybody. This is Marcia, also known as Teach Me to Dance Again. And I guess I'm starting my second week, and I'm going to be experimenting with the wash and go, the dreaded wash and go. When I was younger, this was never ever going to be seen out in public. But today, after I rinsed out the conditioner I made with these ingredients, um, I let it sit in my hair overnight, and I wanted to see if I would get a different result than when I just left it in a half an hour. I'll put those pictures up from this morning when I took the knots out. I had the bantu knots, I had the plastic bag over my head with the wig cap on overnight. It stayed there, which was incredible, amazing. I was so afraid I'd wake up with everything half out, the knots just unraveled all over the place, and just having a big mess to deal with. Um, I'll let you see my bird's nest and compare it to the other side. It might not seem radically different to your eyes, but it really is. And I'm being very careful. My hair air dried. So right out of the shower, I used my Donna's recipe dropper, and I used my own homemade oil dropper for the scalp without massaging and manipulating the hair. There was a white hairdresser with curly hair that I went to many years ago. I just stumbled on him by accident. He was in a little shopping plaza or whatever, and I was touring around, seeing the sights, and it wasn't busy in there at all because it was just like a very small salon. Um, and he had curly hair also, and it was like kindred spirits. It's like, oh my god, you too. If you don't have curly hair, then it's just hard to explain it. Nobody understands our hair. So I figured I would give him a try because I just had given up on letting hairdressers touch my hair. They never understand it. I do a good job at kind of smoothing down the curls so that um, my hair has uh, a, a different appearance than what it's going to do. My hair is always doing something different anyway, but just I don't wear my hair out like this. So people just don't know, and then they get involved with my hair, and they are like, "Oh, your hair is curly." It's like, yeah, it's very curly, and you need a plan. Like, you really need a plan, and you don't have much time because um, wet is one way, and then once it starts drying from damp to drying and all that, transitioning is going to definitely cause confusion in whatever your styling method is going to be. Like, you can't just jump in on this kind of hair with a curling iron or what. It's just, or put me under the dryer like this one lady. She did not know, and she thought she could do what she does with everyone else, and right out of the sink she put me under the hat dryer, and I was like, this is a mistake. But I'm not a stylist. But what I know about my hair is that this is a big mistake. I'm going to have frizz. It's going to be huge. You're not going to be able to change it. Once my hair dries a certain way, you have to wet it again to change it. So with that said, these curls are set in. And having defined curls without the frizz was the challenge of the day. And that white guy, hairdresser with curly hair, he told me I had curly hair, because I pointed to a picture. I said, I want my hair to look like that. What do I have to do? Are there certain rods I need to use to? He said, your hair's already like that. And every hairdresser has said to me, I have wash and go hair, but they never presented me with any kind of style that or styling method for it other than just leaving it. And I found just leaving it unacceptable. So I love the fact that in modern day we have YouTube where we can see what other people are doing. Now I have what many people work for as their baseline. This is my baseline. Like, I don't have to do anything to get to this point. And so I watch tutorials of people who don't have this type of hair getting this type of look. And so I learned from the styles they did with it thereafter. So I don't have to get my hair like this. It's already like this, but I wanted to have a style. So I watched people, um, get the curls to stretch out. Now see, the ends are doing something crazy and they are straightening. So I watched another girl like twirl it around her finger to try to get that worked. You see? So even if I don't have their kind of hair and everything, I still learn from what other people are doing. And I think we can all learn from what other people are doing. Now, what I noticed after I don't know what she did, if she twisted her, I think she twisted her hair to get it to look like mine. And then when she took them out, some of them had a little bit of frizz on it. And I was very attentive to what she did about that, because my hair will frizz on you. It definitely will. The reason my hair did not frizz is, it has a little frizz, but the reason it didn't like frizz badly, which is what I was growing up dealing with no help, because nobody had my hair and nobody understood my hair, is the honey treatment. That conditioner I used takes the frizz out, and I did not shampoo. We shampooed just the other day, so I wanted to just use the conditioner by itself and see how well I could rinse it out, or if I was gonna have to wash it. I would know. I would know after I go through the process. So I got up, I rinsed out the conditioner really well and squeezed my hair and tried my best. My best, my absolute best, not to disturb it. So, massaging, no, not wet. I wanted the curl pattern to set as it dries. However my hair is when it dries is how it's going to be. So if my hair dries frizzy, that's what we're dealing with unless I wet it again. So I'm just twirling the ends around my finger to make sure. I'm just adding a little lotion to it to condition it. And the girl I was watching who twisted her hair to get it like mine, that's what she was doing, but she had her own conditioner. I'm just using lotion because lotion works for my hair. I just use the natural one. It has all good things, and it has coconut oil, it has shea butter in it, it has jojoba, it has glycerin. I don't see how this lotion would be bad for my hair. I think it has rosemary. Can't see, I gotta put my glasses on. It has green tea in it. It has argan in it. It has echinacea in it. It has lavender in it, hemp seed in it, cocoa butter. No, coconut. It has shea butter, coconut oil, hemp seed, argan, um, barbadensis, camellia, which is green tea, chamomile, cucumber, panthenol. There's nothing, I mean, there's some words in here it does have alcohol. It has, and I'm okay with it having alcohol because that's what keeps it from being too greasy. And alcohol um, is sterilizing. So it can be drying, but not with all those oils. So I'm basically just treating areas where I'm seeing a potential for frizz. So I'm isolating those things. And that's my takeaway from watching the tutorial video. That's something I never thought to do. I used to think I have to start all over and scrap the whole entire thing. And that guy, the white guy with the curly hair, he was telling me that I need to stop combing and brushing in my hair and just leave it. I said, "What? I have to comb and brush my hair. Are you kidding me?" He said, "But that's why, you're not basically getting the curl effect." I'm trying to figure out what style I want to do with it. I'm definitely going to leave it out. And I'm going to test drive it at work later. Yes, I have a little part-time job. That's what COVID did for me. Because this girl does not play with her money. I was like, my own businesses were struggling. And I said, you know what? I need a little bit of insurance that I have some resources coming in one way or another. And thank God, thank Almighty God, I did not have to shut my business down and get a full-time job. So I'm getting into the bird's nest because that's the problem. I have mixed hair. So I'm being very careful. And that's what I learned from the tutorials is that, I was not careful with my curls. I would undo them basically. I would work against the curls and the curls would work against me. It was like mutiny sometimes. Okay, so I wanted to compare what happens with this lotion on some of these strands versus what is going to happen when I use the mane and tail. So I'm just isolating certain strands to really get rid of where I probably did disturb it because I wanted to put a little bit of lotion on my hair as it was drying so that it wouldn't just dry because then I would have to undo everything to moisturize it because the minute I put anything on it, it's going to undo the curls and everything that formed. I'm not a process person, so I'm trying my best because I want my hair so badly. This is way too much. This is mane and tail. So since it's way too much, I'm just going to put it along this part that I think I'm going to keep this part the way it is. Put it on the edges to make sure they're nice and moist and moisturized and smoothed down. They were oiled up very well right out of the shower. Whenever I put too much product in my hand, I put it in areas that it kind of doesn't matter, like the hairline. which are areas we tend to neglect anyway. So if it's a little too much product along these edges, it's not going to matter. Okay, now what I want to do is try this again. I had a clog and then, all right, so now my fingers are moist with the mane and tail. I'm going to pick one of these locks and stretch it. That's what I want to do, is stretch these curls out a bit. But I don't want them frizzy. And I can't have too much moisture or it will undo the curl. So once the curl is undone, well, this wave pattern, now we're going to be dealing with puffy and frizzy all together. So just having that mane and tail on my hands, I need less. This is actually giving me a nice, so maybe I'll just do that. I just keep moistening my fingers with the mane and tail as I pick through it. I like it a little better than the lotion. Make sure. So I'm going to come back on after I figure out what I'm doing with my hair. I was going to put braids in it again, and I said, let's see how the wash and go goes, and I will have an audience when I go to work, because my hair is shrunken, so my job requires you have your hair up unless it's short, and my hair is shrunken. So in its shrunken state, it is up. I won't need to put it up. You see how the bird's nest hair is different? So I'm pulling out the problem strands that are dry. Strand by strand. So let me think about time and how time consuming this is. Even though I'm not combing my hair, so to speak, I'm still grooming my hair. So that's important. And so I really learned over the years that grooming doesn't mean just combing and brushing, even though I definitely need to comb and brush my hair. No ifs, ands, or buts. Whether it's before I wash it, after I wash it, both before and after I wash it, whether it's dry, whether it's besides the point. I do need to comb and brush my hair. So my hair has not been combed or brushed today. I took the knots out. I did the conditioner rinse, and then I let it air dry, and now I'm just picking through it with my fingers. So this is new. This is definitely new and something I totally learned from the tutorial. That made my scalp itch there. Pulling the little strands like so. I'm getting rid of the part in the back, which it had already almost gotten rid of itself, but especially near the top, pulling the hairs over. So we're gonna go into rice water. I'm gonna try rice water tonight again. I tried it once before, and maybe I did it too much, or I don't know. I didn't do it right, and so I didn't get the result I had hoped to get. So I'm gonna try it one more time. I felt like whatever the rice did to my hair, I just couldn't get it out, and my hair felt rough. So now that my hair is very moisturized, it might have a different result. It should have a different result. Okay, mane and tail wasn't enough for this one. You see, that's why I call it the bird's nest. Did you see what it did? There we go. The hair flares out and it just, in that one section, it's just, and it really is like a bird's nest. You could detangle it and then it'll tangle itself right back up. All right. So I'll be back after it's done. Here I am, back on here tired. It's the end of the night. Whew. Consistency is hard for one reason only. Tired, right? It gets late. It'd be so easy to just pull it back into, well, I don't think this is going to be easy to pull back into anything, but to just be sloppy and run some conditioner and oil on it and then part it and put a couple of buns and go to bed. Like, it'd be so easy to not take the time and care. But this is what my hair did. All by itself. It's like they look like locks, but they're not. My hair did this all by itself. I didn't do anything. It just did it throughout the day. It just kept getting more locky. And then there was a nice breeze blowing when I was driving with the windows down. My hair was blowing. It was blowing. I'm gonna try rice water. I added banana to my conditioner mix. We will see what happens. There is no way, no how. There's no combing that. I don't think I can even part this. This is incredible. Let's see if I can pick through it with my hands. Let's see how big it can get. Look at it. It's seriously locked. I never thought in a million years that my hair could do this. Not without like really small rods. You know how they have those rods, perm rods? To set my hair on the rods and make sure it's dry before I take the rods out, might give me something like this. Wow, I cannot believe this. This is incredible. This is incredible. All I did was like condition it with honey. I don't want to tear it out. Oh, one flew out. Here it is. Gotta be careful not to be too rough. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm not gonna even dream of trying to comb this. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I have my spray bottle. There's nothing but water in here. It used to be sanitizer, but now it's just water. Maybe if I wet it, let's see what happens. I'm just do this one section. Ooh, wow, wow, wow. I'm going to have to go section by section and wet this. Oh, I have a lot to do. It's so late. Okay. It's not wet, but wet. So basically what I have to do is wash it with the Dr. Bronner's Peppermint Castile soap. Then rinse it with rice water. Then put the conditioner in. And I think I better leave that conditioner in overnight because number one, I'm so tired, and number two, my hair still smells sweet from the honey from the other day, from last night. I left it in overnight. Yeah, that's what it's going to take. I'm going to have to wet it. I tell people all the time, you know, water is the only answer. This is similar to what might happen if my hair is wet and I go to bed by mistake. You ever been so tired that you don't remember getting in your bed? So I have washed my hair late and not been able to wait for it to completely dry. And I don't even remember getting in my bed, going in my room, anything like that. Like, have you ever been like that tired that you just can't remember any of it? Using my other eyes. Ooh. Wide tooth comb it is. What is on me? It's like, I don't know what this is on me that came out of my hair. Sugar? I do not know. Is it the lotion? I don't know if the lotion would flake off like that. Okay, so you see how I'm taming this down? Someone asked me if I cut my hair. No, I stretched out one piece to show them. No, I took this piece from the back. I was like, I did not cut my hair. They were like, oh, so you curled it. And I'm like, no, this is a wash and go. And it is incredible. Woo. Well, I'm going to keep going around. I'm going to come back on after I wash this. Like the in between, like maybe after I put the rice water in it, we can take a look at what it looks like with rice water in it. Like I can't even like put that in a hair tie or like twist it like I normally would. Whew. Well, I've got volume now. It's temporary, but I've got it. Now I know what to do if I want my hairstyle to look more robust. Woo-wee. Water is essential. The only thing I had in my hair was conditioner. So I did not wash out my homemade conditioner. I rinsed it out. So maybe what has flaked on me is from that. Maybe it's the sugar from the honey. I don't know. But now it's going to get a good washing. So the conditioner I'm leaving in. And again, I will rinse it out tomorrow after I put a plastic bag and the wig cap on. Wow. What is it? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So I'll be back, folks. We're getting there. It won't take me forever, thanks to water. I don't believe it, not for